Hey everybody, this is Shawn Powell. I won't be talking about Exitus Elite, but I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Matter of fact, if you don't know, August the 1st, 2016 was the very first day I came into Exitus Elite. I signed up on the 31st, but I didn't actually get out to anybody until actually August the 1st. And so I've got over 600 videos for this company. And that should really tell you something right by itself, right? How special it is to me. The type of money I'm going to show you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to let the $1,000 just scroll. I usually show you the $2,000, but this time I'm just going to show you the thousands because really, back in 2016, I'm going to go a little bit retro as far as that goes, y'all. Let me show you this too. I picked the video over here. It's probably going to show a commercial, or maybe not. All right, let me show you this. This is from 5 years ago. I just went back a little ways. And I had a little different intro back then. I actually loved my intro. It was a 007. And of course, YouTube, over a period of time, they took this, because they had the sound effects. So I had to wind up taking it away or I wouldn't get credit or would get paid for my own videos. So I wound up taking it out. And even to this day, I actually use this intro. I just trim it down over the years. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Exitus Elite when I first got in it, how surprised I was. I had never done a $1,000 commission at that time, and that's what Exitus Elite was at the very beginning. And I had enough money saved up. I had done very successful in other businesses. At that time, I was probably making about $10,000 to $13,000 a month previous to Exitus Elite. So it wasn't that Exitus Elite was the first successful business I had done. It's just since I started online business, which was in the last week of October 2014, it has been the most successful business. So even though I was being very successful prior and had already been free from a job for over a year by the time I'd actually gotten into Exitus Elite, that's when everything really changed. And why 8 years later I am still promoting and loving Exitus Elite. No monthly fees ever. No yearly fees. Have access to the owner, the best support, the best owner, and really, honestly, y'all, the easiest way to get paid, without a doubt, right? Now, I'm going to show you this. I know my head may be in the way a little bit. I thought about just scrolling the videos to let you see them, but I think I'm just going to go with, I'm going to show you some of these videos right here. Okay, this was the very first video I had ever created. Me and one of my buddies had decided we were going to unleash Exitus Elite at the exact same time. There had already been a couple of other big leaders already doing Exitus at this time, and Exitus Elite had actually been around for almost 2 years at this time. I just never heard of it, to be honest, but I think it had really gotten a lot of attention to some of these big leaders, and I think they really enjoyed the owner, Paul Stevenson, as well. So for a couple of days prior, I had already decided I was going to do Exitus Elite. So on July 31st, when I signed up, that day I went ahead and made 4 videos and unleashed them all at the exact same time. I think it was like 1 o'clock in the evening, Eastern time or something like me and my buddy. And we weren't going to jump the gun on each other because if I did, I'd wind up stealing his people. If he did, he wound up stealing my people. And we respected each other too much. Matter of fact, if somebody contacted me that had came from him, I would tell them literally, hey, y'all, this is great. I'll help you out. But listen, stay with him. And he would do the same. That's what integrity is. You know what I'm saying? Partnering up to help each other, to move along in your business. So I had busted out these 4 videos right here. And it went to #1. This one right here, my very first video, had 3,100 views. And it says right here 8 years ago. Now, the reason it says 8 years is because it's actually the 14th of August right now, and I came in August the 1st is when I unleashed this. So I'm going to show you some videos, and I'm going to show you some of the income that I actually was making, but at the same time, I want you to understand that it's going to get to a point where it says 7 years, and it's because it's the 14th. It's only been 2 weeks. You understand what I'm saying? Tomorrow would make 8 years on another video, and of course, I was hammering out videos left and right at this time because YouTube, to me, has always been the king when it comes to higher commissions. Facebook loves free and cheap. Now, if you've got people that have followed you for years and they see something on Facebook, that's going to work. I understand that. But to have cold leads, to come from Facebook that go $1,000, $2,000 is a little uncommon, to be honest. The YouTube world, the reason it's so powerful is because people have a chance to see, are you real? I mean, there's your track record right here. You see me going all the way back to 8 years, over 600 videos for this company, so you know I'm the real deal, right? Well, even though it's only been a week or 2 weeks, whatever, if you look at my timeline on Facebook back then, it was nothing but Exitus Elite. I was the Exitus Elite guy. It's the way I branded myself. It's the way people looked at me, right? So these 4 videos took off. 3,100 views, 342 views, 642 views, 632 views. I'm getting old, I can tell it. Okay, I actually went back and redone this and made a thumbnail because it was succeeding so well. And I didn't even take time to make thumbnails back in the day, y'all. Previous to this, if you see these other ones right here, you just see me sitting here and whatever. That's what I did. I didn't even take the time to make thumbnails. What I had learned, y'all, is people connecting with you is more important than anything else. Now, of course, I have evolved over the years to the point now where I do make thumbnails and things of that nature, but there's absolutely nothing wrong, with these people just connecting with you and just sitting down and mashing record, and that's basically what I was doing at this time, right? Let's see here. So this was on day 1. I know I made money on that. I think I made 9,000. Or maybe it was 6,000, something like that. It was a decent day, $6,000 day or something like that. So you're going to start seeing over here. So this is day 3. I made $10,000, and I had actually drawn something up to explain how the business worked. It's a one-up system, right? Now, even back in 2016, within about the first week in this business, I had decided by getting you qualified, it'd make me stand out, right? So I'd wind up shooting myself in the foot. But till this day, I still wind up doing that, y'all. I help get you qualified so every person would be yours at the $1,000, $2,000 level. And it's something that once you start, you're really kind of hard to stop. Because somebody's going to watch a video and say, well, why didn't you help me, blah, 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 and stuff like that. So it's something I kind of keep with me. So putting the first member in, getting that person qualified at the highest levels, G1000, G2000, is something I do even still till this day, okay? Now, I wanted everybody to connect with Paul Stevenson. So this video right here is talking about that. I wanted people to connect with me. This is $14,000 in 4 days. This is a picture of me and my son, y'all. And if you've ever watched any of my videos prior, you'll hear me talk about how low self-esteem I had. Me being entirely blind in my right eye, man. I can't imagine me doing a video like this, y'all. And the money I was making, this was even 5 years ago. It's just crazy, y'all. $17,000 plus months, in this business. And I'd sit down and mash record and tell people about a business that I loved, and I could breathe this business. This is when online business is absolutely the funnest to me. Go live your life, smile, have the top down on the car, go to the boat, go whatever you do, spend time with your family, go see your grandma, go spend the day with your girlfriend, whatever it's going to be, and then come back and make that video when you feel like making videos. That's what I was doing, right? Now, at this moment, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, I had learned that by the time I was making $14,000 in 4 days in Exitus Elite, and they didn't even have the $2,000 level yet, a lot of my people were coming from the United Kingdom, the UK. Now, Paul's from the UK. I even wondered if that had anything to do with it, but it really did not. The United Kingdom, for whatever reason, really, really seemed to be bringing in a lot of people, and this is worldwide. If they could pay you, they could do this business, doesn't matter where it is. Matter of fact, I got people from Asia that came in the last couple of years as well, so all over the world, right? Alaska, anywhere, could be from anywhere. So what I wound up doing, y'all, this was before my son went back to school at this time. So this was 2016, and he is, 2007. So he was about 8 or 9 years old, about 8.5 years old, pretty close to that at the time of me doing this. I sit at this chair. Now, I've actually got a new gaming chair, right? But I wanted to show intro a little bit more like this. I want to go back old school. I wanted to feel retro, I guess. So I brought back this old chair, y'all. I made so much money sitting in this chair, and it squeaks, and it's about to fall apart and stuff. This old wicker chair, rocking chair that I had gotten. I didn't even have, a nice chair for support or anything, so I used this, and I decided for this week alone, I don't know why it made me think about it, I took out my other chair and brought this one back here and started shooting my videos. But I kept it for so many of these videos, y'all. It was just, I don't know, I feel right at home. You know what I'm saying? Doing videos in it, I guess. So, at this time right here, y'all, I had realized the United Kingdom and basically the UK was a lot of these people coming in. So I actually changed my sleeping habits to match their time frame. Because the UK was 5 hours behind me, I wound up staying a lot of times up all night long. I think I'd gotten 8 hours sleep in 4 days. So by the time of this says 4 days of 14,000, I'm pretty sure I had barely had any sleep at all and was doing these videos, reaching out to people. I had people trying to send cashier's checks, stuff like that, or bank wires. People are paying me all different sorts of ways. And some of these ways was new for me, so I was having to learn how to do this and go to the bank and stuff like that. But it was worth it, obviously, right? So every video I was doing while I was learning, I was teaching people. And at the time, I don't think it really hit me, but it has since then that you get by giving. And too many times I'd hear people say, well, I'll tell you, if you join me, I'm going to tell you everything, blah, blah. To be honest, y'all, I was one of those people, I felt like if I give them the answers, they were going to come back to me anyhow. If they didn't personally join me, they're going to talk good about you. And sooner or later, even if they had gotten into business with somebody else, and a lot of people, they just won't help anybody at all. I get that. But at the same time, I would be there for these people, especially if they're applying action. I do not have time, I did not have time even then, to drag dead horses. And too many times you'll see businesses where people sign up, they get paralysis, and they just stand there and won't do anything. I'll reach out to these people because to me, I couldn't imagine somebody spending $1,000, or now over the years I've had dead horses that have spent $2,000 in Exitus Elite, and I've shown you the number. I get way more G2000s than anything I get now in the last couple of years. More than the 1,000s, to be honest. And but it just, I was reaching out to these people trying to help them, and you can't help somebody that's not going to work. That's just not going to do it. So, and too many people, they love to blame their sponsor for them not making it. And there's nothing wrong with us. Sitting down, match recording, and letting go, that's what I got over a long time ago over my hangups, right? And the reason, even in this picture right here, y'all, and I'm wondering if I didn't state it in this video. Obviously, I can't remember from 8 years ago. But me being entirely blind in my right eye, and going 2 decades where I didn't have a picture of myself, and every picture I took, y'all, had my little boy right by himself. And I would literally tell people, I said, well, it's because I was behind the camera. But it wasn't true. The reason why is I had such low self-esteem. And even in this picture here, y'all, the reason it meant so much to me was because I didn't have any pictures of me and my son together that I liked. And I was like a lot of people, y'all. I think it's kind of normal. You don't want to hear yourself. You don't like how you sound. If you ever hear your video of yourself or audio, you're like, that ain't me. That used to be how I thought, And what really amazed me when I got in online business is I had a burn in my stomach that God had put there, and I was changing my life. I had 26 years of restaurant management with no end in sight, 60 to 65 hours a week. I couldn't gain over 150 pounds to save my life because I ran it off so much. And I ate so much every day, but it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm 51 now. Back then, that's been 2015. This is 2024, so that's been 9 years ago. But at this time here, I probably weighed about 150, somewhere like that, maybe 155 if I was lucky. And now I weigh like 189 is what I told my girlfriend the other day. But those are the days when I'm with her. When I'm not with her, I usually lose weight because she cooks a lot. So I'm probably about 186 or somewhere like that, y'all. And I will tell you, getting away from a job and the stress of everything helped me eat and gain weight right from the get-go as well. But I was sitting down, match record, and doing videos, and it meant the world to me. And I actually listened to my own videos, and I was like, wow, that dude's on fire. And for me to even see myself that way, I was proud of that person. I knew it was me, But in a way, it didn't feel like me. I'm not sure I could have talked about anything else. When you're passionate about something, it comes out differently. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know how else to say it. And that's what I was. Man, I wanted change for me and my son. I had, I was a single full-time dad. I didn't even date anybody, y'all, for 10 years. I know it's crazy. The longest I'd ever been single in my whole life was 2 months. When my son was born, my priorities were going to be to my son because me and his mom had split up, and it was just me and him, right? So every day was about my little boy, me taking care of him, and then me going to work, and then that was it, right? So I wanted more out of life, and I was missing my son's field trips. It seemed like they were always on the days I had to work, and when I got free from a job, y'all, I can tell you, this motivated me, was not ever wanting to miss another field trip with my son. That was a big part of it, right? So I am certain at this time, this was still in my mind because it had only been a year, since I've been free. But when I got free from a job in May 7th of 2015, well, school ends, in June, right? From May 7th to the end of the day, last day of school, I ate with my son every day at school. I also had been paying a guy to cut my grass. Had a brand new mower sitting inside the shop where I probably hadn't cranked it in 2 years because I was paying somebody. I couldn't waste my day off with as many hours as I was working because it would waste my son's time together. We could be doing Chuck E. Cheese, going to Jungle Rapids, going to Fun Factory, all these places around here, making good memories for every minute I could. Sometimes we do more than that. When I got free from the job, I would literally go pick him up from school, and then we would still go to the movie theaters and stuff like that, y'all. Having some of the best days ever, in my opinion. And it's what motivated me to get free from a job. It was partially the burn I think God put there, but that was the gasoline that kept it going. And the reason I use this picture right here, y'all, honestly, is because of the fact of what it meant to me. Me getting over my hang-ups, feeling better about myself. To be able to do these videos like this 5 or 6 years ago. I never see a video or a picture that I can't tell that I'm blind in my right eye. But it got to the point I didn't care anymore what anybody thought. I wanted my business and my freedom for me and my son more than I cared what anybody thought. And at the very beginning, I did have a couple people say something about my eyes, but it didn't matter. It just didn't matter, to be honest. And I have also had so many people tell me that I've inspired them. I've got people that's, blind or, all sorts of different things. And to be honest, anything that keeps you from mashing record or whatever you're doing, whatever hang up is to what's keeping you from making it, it doesn't matter. It's true to you. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to learn to get over that hang up. And that's one of the things I do teach y'all. Absolutely. So day 5, I'm sitting at 15,000. Let's see here. Day 6 at $17,000. This is a actual landing page. So I had created. Now, if you don't know, the first $10,000 I made in Exitus Elite, I was using the default pages as far as the capture page and stuff like that inside Exitus Elite. I did not take the time to even create one yet. I was too busy cashing in, to be honest, and money coming in from Exitus Elite and Facebook, talking on the phone. Every time I answer the phone, y'all, and this is true till today, and I teach people this, treat every phone call like it's $1,000, $2,000 phone call, because it is. Don't click over to anybody else. Don't hide. Tell people the answers, y'all. That's what I'm saying, just like earlier, right? 17,000 in day 6. How to be a beast in Facebook and YouTube. But look, this is only 118 views, 200 views right here. Not an awful lot, y'all. 78 views, 199 views, 66 views, 265 views. Let's see here. Everyone, let's see how much this, I'm not sure we're showing anymore. Okay, Exitus Elite, $22,000 in 10 days proof and pulled to the bank August the 10th. So that's 10 days in right here. So it's be August the 10th. You know it's true because it's 8 years. 8 years right here. 24,000 in 11 days. Let me see here. Exitus Elite. How I made 30,000 in 12 days, y'all. I had a $9,000 day inside this company. And again, can you imagine if the $2,000 level would have been here right from the get-go, the type of money that would have been made, y'all. Now, I want you to see this. I actually put 30,000 in 12 days. I wound up making 31,000 in 13 days. They had done some updates and paused the business. Paul decided he was going to change the price to 13,000 to make us more money. And what happened was I wound up getting phone calls from people saying they'd like to do the business, but they're going to have to wait about another month because at 1,300 plus having to pay the admin fee was $299. It was starting to add up. So in my opinion, the $1,000 was the sweet spot at that time, especially with the economy and everything like it was. So we wound up talking Paul, or we have webinars, and which is the great thing about Paul, if you don't know. We have webinars, and if there's anything we need to talk about or if he wants to address something, he does it there in the webinars with us. So he don't come there and say, this is what we're going to do. He'll come in and ask, hey, what do y'all suggest we do? And the man manages it and is man enough that when he changes something, they spend a lot of money changing everything over, all the videos, everything to $1,300, right? He realized that it slowed the business down and that the price was probably a little too much. So after a couple of weeks, he dropped it back down to $1,000. And bam, I wound up getting hit again with some major days as soon as he changed over because these people were ready to get in instead of spending the $1,300 at that time. So, and again, I think that's awesome that Paul Stevenson cares enough that and manages that he looks and has his finger on the pulse and listens to us. There's so many times, y'all, even the $2,000 commission when it came in, I wasn't sure if it was going to take off or not because of all the $1,000 commissions that were coming in, y'all. I'm going to show you something right here. And we're going to let this roll for just a second. I'm going to give you some idea. All right. So, a $1,000 commission to me was a sweet spot because it wasn't too expensive that people couldn't come in, but at the same time, every time you get a notification saying you just made $1,000, you had a good day. $1,000 to me is life-changing income, right? When the G2000 came out, I even made YouTube videos telling people, listen, y'all, of course I'm going to upgrade to the G2000 because I'm too big of a fan of Exitus Elite, need to know what's going to happen. And if you don't go big in your business, your downline is way more likely not to do it either. So you want to go big in your business, you got to lead by example. That's what a leader's got to do, right? So I remember telling people when the G2000 was about to come out that if the $1,000 was the sweet spot, that I was going to tell them that. And so I kept counts of how many people were coming in. Then the 500 right here is when somebody upgraded from the G500 to a G1000 at this time. That's what the 500 be. All they had to do was pay the difference. And that's true today, too. Paul has made it more than fair. Anytime you come into this business, you want to upgrade, then all you do is pay the difference between the admin fee, which is a one-time fee only, and then purchasing the package itself, which means giving the money to the sponsor. So that's what that is right here. So when the G2000 came out, me and my girlfriend, we had bought a 40-foot yacht that came from Exitus Elite, as a matter of fact. And see if it's going to do. Yeah, cool. Let's do another video. It looks like I'm doing that one on Paul Stevenson. That's pretty cool. So me and my girlfriend was going to Newberry, North Carolina. There were people that had been living on their boats for like 15 years out there. And I was like, it'd be a great place to go check it out. On the way there driving, Paul Stevenson's son, Jacob, who's in charge of support, messages me and tells me that they just unlocked the G2000. They want to let me know because there's a grace period. And if I didn't go ahead and get in, and with my downline, because I had a decent amount of downline, anybody could jump over in front of me, and then I'd wind up losing that $1,000 or $2,000. You see what I'm saying? So instead of that happening, he wanted to let me know these, the G2000 unlocked. I literally could not pull over the side of the road. So Jacob said he had a card on file. Would he like me to just do that? I said, go right ahead. Upgraded me to the G2000. 19 minutes later, I made my first $2,000 commission. Now, after that, but this is still hyped up. I was like, we'll see what happens, right? I kept a count for a while. I know they did it once. I can't remember what the first one was. But I'd done it again not too long ago. And I went back and looked at the last 30 people that had came into business with me. And out of the 30 people, 24 of them came in at the $2,000 level. So you're looking at literally $48,000 for just 24 people. Now, I was someone that was making about $33 a day or $33 a commission when I first came into online business. I wasn't matured enough. My mindset wasn't ready for $1,000 commissions. Matter of fact, the first time I'd ever made over $10,000, I had to take a couple of weeks off and made $13,000, and it blew my mind because it got real. I've got stuff. I know you can't see it, but I keep goals on my refrigerator. I got one up there right now. I just put up this week, right? So my goal was to make $7,500 in a week. Now this was back in 2015, and I wound up making almost twice that. I made $13,000 in that same amount of time frame, right? So it became real right then. So I kind of freaked out at that moment, but at 31, when I made $13,000. But I had to take 2 weeks off and let it all sink in pretty much. And after that, y'all, when I made my first 40,000 plus in Exitus Elite, I was good to go because I had already got my mind set that what I did was real and it could really change people's lives. And if anything, it made me even better. It made me want to work harder. And though I can't make people make it, I can lead by example, and they know that I'm accessible. That's the only thing you can do, y'all, is to go big in your business, believe in what you do, just apply action, knowing you're not going to quit, and allow yourself the time to get good at what you're doing. And that's basically what I did, y'all. And all these videos I did over the years was me getting used and comfortable of me doing these things and seeing what the results were. Doing things that I enjoyed doing. Looking at other people around me when I first started. Steve Dordill, Mark Crosby, Chuck Bolle. Those three were the big ones to me that were really motivating me to quit doing Facebook and to start focusing more at YouTube. Because all three of them, even though I was number one in the business with Facebook, I was working my tail off where these guys here could kind of just lay back, do like I was doing in Exitus Elite, go live their life and let their YouTube do the residual part for them, the work itself. So after I left a business, I was number one in the world. I can't remember what it was called. Automated Wealth Network. That's what it was. And I learned a lot from Tim Chisanis, man. He was really good for me. Even though he wasn't my sponsor, he was the owner. He did say a few things that made a big difference in my life. And I've said that over the years too, y'all. He told me to pick one way to get out to people and master that one way. And I added on to it, knowing you're not going to quit. That's really what it amounted to do. So I did Facebook. I got mad at the beginning. I went about 2 weeks. I weren't getting enough leads. And then when I got mad with it, I started writing things that meant something. And it took off. And 6 months, less than 6 months, I was free from a job. And that's where I was spending every day with my little son my son at school. And then it was Christmas, y'all. Absolutely Christmas. To me, it was a whole new life, right? So when I got in Exitus Elite, y'all, I'll honestly tell you, I think that was the next level for me. Going from the $33 commissions, spinning my wheels, getting 300, 350 members a month into that business, to making, to the point where I didn't even care what my lead numbers were. I didn't care how many views I was getting. It didn't matter because it didn't take that many people to let them connect with me when I was $1,000 and now $2,000 at every pop. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I wound up doing, is focusing on Exitus Elite. And once you get to a business where you got a great owner and everything about it is quality, and then all you can do is make money here. To be honest, y'all, these $1,000 keep on and on and on. Understand that each and every one of these, what it did for me. You understand? My house, actually owed less than $40,000 on my house. Can you imagine making enough money in your first month in a business, first 30 days, that you could literally pay off your house? What kind of incitement, enthusiasm would that provide for you? And here's the thing, y'all, and I've taught this in videos as well. So many of y'all think that when you first join a business, you've got to learn everything about it. You don't. You really don't. Your excitement and enthusiasm for a business is going to do more for you than any anything you're going to learn in that period of time. I'm not telling you not to learn, but I'm just telling you, when I came into online businesses, y'all, and I did the same at Exitus Elite, I would take a notes, and I'd take 2 days, and I talk to different leaders. People have already been in the business. I told you there's some big leaders already. And I reached out to a guy. His name was Jeff Lee. And he'd done a great video. He was the #1 video at YouTube before mine wound up taking over for shortly after. But I worked my tail off to go to that #1 position, right? So, but I learned everything I need to learn from it. Didn't say I learned everything, but I knew enough that I could tell people the big picture. And this is what big picture is to me. Why did I join the business? What does it mean to me? What would it mean to me? And tell them the big picture. Simplify it for them. Don't go on the left side of the page and say, if you come over here and click here and then blah, blah, blah. They were the most boring videos. And I had learned that everybody was doing these boring videos. So don't do that. Just sit down, smash record, tell people what you think about your business, tell them about what makes it great, and then show them the way in. That's literally all I did over and over again. And even back in, this was 5 years ago, which it could go all the way back to 8 years, like I showed you. I could have easily went to the 8th year. I just picked one. Off my Roku TV is a little bit harder to do than this. So I was scrolling back as long as I would, and I said, that's good enough. That's basically what I'm at, right? So, all right, so these here, keep on scrolling. There's more than one page that you can tell it right here. She'll keep on and on and on. There's several pages of this one right by itself. Just speed it up, let you know how real this is. But y'all, I can tell you this. The reason in 2024 I'm still doing Exitus Elite is because of the fact that there is nothing better than this. There still is no better owner. You saw the 1,300 that came in, right, during that time frame. So I'm going to just go ahead and stop it right here. Okay. Now, often I will go back and I'm showing you the $2,000 commissions because lately that's what I've been getting. Those last 30 I told you about, 24 came at the $2,000 level, 4 that came at the $1,000 level, 1 at the 100, and 1 at the 500. And to be honest, y'all, I average better than a 20-to-1 ratio of people coming in 1,000 or higher. So to me, Exitus Elite is a $1,000 business, and that's why I tell people that, and also suggest people to go big inside their business. Now, in this page right here, this is a video I did back in 2018. This is my own private capture page that I've done. You can use the Exitus Elite videos page, and then I've got a team sales page I've created if you'd like to become part of our team. And a lot of places charge you $20 a month just for a page that I've put together for our team. Anybody comes in our team and gets it for free. Now, it literally takes me putting it together, but I wanted to show people something, y'all. I made this video, and if you notice, this is the same room. It's not even, the background looks just like that one because it's been 5 years ago, This was in 2018, so this has been about the same time frame. Matter of fact, I'm sure I look right much younger. But I actually, I kept that video in there, and I haven't updated it because the excitement and enthusiasm was there. And even though the $2,000 commissions haven't been there but about 2.5 years or something like that, y'all, there's no reason for me to change this. And that's a little bit what I was trying to teach people. So on Facebook, I just made a post. I do a lot of teaching up here. I haven't updated it. Maybe some people seen it yet. I don't know. Facebook can be funny about videos and not pushing them sometimes, that's for sure. But I wanted people to know it's not something you have to update on a regular basis. Not really. I just sit down and I'm sure, hey, everybody, listen, I just want to tell you about a business I love. The most money I ever made in a day, $9,000 a week. At 2 weeks, I made $31,000 in less than 2 weeks, in 13 days, over $40,000 a month. And y'all, I can tell you the monthly yearly fees, the best owner I've ever seen, the best support, something that I'm really excited about, and it's just no reason for me to leave. You know what I'm saying? So me doing a video about like that right now would probably fit the same as there. But excitement, enthusiasm was there. I was already making real good money. I knew I could trust the owner, trust support. I put and to be honest, y'all, before I came into Exitus Elite, we had done a business where the owner had ran it into the ground. But we wound up doing another because my downline was so crazy over wanting me to do this style of business, right? So I wound up jumping in a second because I had lost almost all my team that wanted to do that other business at that time. I already made good money in Exitus Elite, but I felt like if I didn't jump in this, I'm going to wind up losing a lot of money. So I wound up jumping in. I think I made $18,000 something in the first month. I mean, I was rolling. I was doing really good. I was number 1, number 2 in the world in that one at the time. And again, watch the owner run it in the ground. And it's like as hard as they can, and watch my downline get hurt. And I was done with it. I was done with it, man. And from after that, and look, I'm one of those people, I would wait a year before I joined a business just to make sure it was legit. I've seen other businesses where even after I waited a year, the owner wound up still making mistakes and running into the ground. So I decided, I took a little vacation, and I was like, you know what? What's the number 1 business I'd ever done? Exitus Elite. Best owner, best support. I mean, Exitus Elite doesn't hold our money. We pay each other, so it takes all the pressure off of Exitus Elite. It's quality. We still have webinars, access to the owner anytime I need to. Matter of fact, he called me last week. I need to call him back and find out what he wanted. But things of that nature, y'all. And I was like, it becomes a no-brainer. And so in 2018, I decided to focus at just Exitus Elite. And it's 2024, and I'm still sitting here the exact same way. Because honestly, y'all, there is nothing better than this. On my timeline, y'all, I often post things, teaching people things of that nature, and I just wanted to know that you don't have to update these videos all the time and stuff like that, y'all. If you get something that's got good flow, people can tell that you're sincere. Sincerity is the answer, y'all. I can tell you that right from the get-go. Excitement, enthusiasm's there. It's all that's really going to matter, y'all. So that's what I wound up doing here. I'm not going to go any further now. I think you got the idea. I've got way too many videos to show that. But look, y'all, here's the image right here. When I finally got mad on Facebook and started posting things that meant something, I would use this image right here and just let go. Tell people about me being, 26 years in restaurants with no end in sight. And I found this business. I was only making $33 at the time, blah, blah, blah. I said, but y'all, it's amazing what I'm getting, the possibilities, things I'm learning, the excitement, how much happier my days are. I was literally staying up all night long sometimes because my days were 14-hour shifts. I worked over 40 hours every 3 days. Every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I'd put in 42 hours in those 3 days long, not including driving back and forth to work. So even when I came home, I would stay up all night long because I wanted to learn how to do online business. That's where my excitement was. If I went and laid down, I'd be, I wonder about this. How about this? I wonder if this worked. And I would get back out of bed. So I would literally stay right here and just about slobbering on the keyboards. God's honest truth, falling asleep at the keyboards. If you've ever done that before, I'm looking at it, get electrocuted, I guess, right? But that's where I was, y'all. And that was what God had put in my stomach. And it was that burn that just didn't go away. And I want to tell y'all, if there's one talent I've got, God has always been able to give me this ability to figure things out. And for me, it just all made sense. And a lot of this goes back to the Amway days. My dad was in Amway. I never made any money in it, but I read the right kind of books at 19 years old that it just sat, dormant inside of me until I got an online business. And I realized, and some people older, I'm 51 now, I was in my 40s back then. People were like, I sound like Amway. I sound like old school 80s and 90s. And to be honest, I did. But it also, I think it got me a lot of people that were seniors. And I'd rather have a senior anytime than these 20-year-old people, 25-year-old doing online business, because they're going to jump from business to business to business, where somebody a senior, they more came from the same old cloth I did. You know what I'm saying? So that always seemed to help out as well. So this is one of my pages called the Shawn Powell's Mega Swipe File. And I've got so many scripts in here, things of that nature, y'all. I'm going to show you this. Detail ads right here for Exitus Elite. These are ad bodies. I got a bunch of them. I have got, scroll. These are locations right here you can do stuff. Those are headlines that people can use. And at the very bottom, now, I've always been really good at making posts for Facebook and stuff like that. That's literally how I got free from a job. So I wanted people to see. And when there's new for algorithms for Facebook, stuff like that, I would write notes and put this up here. So I wanted to show examples, and this is obviously an older post. You know what's better than being free for 4 years and getting paid $1,000 on commissions immediately? Nothing. And literally, this is what it meant to me. Is my little boy. This is one of his birthday parties. This was him at the park at Easter. You know, things of that nature. It's 31,000 in 13 days, free since May 7th of 2015. And again, this is what I'm talking about when I say sort of writing things that meant something. This is what the post looked like. Can you imagine what I was writing? You understand what I'm saying? Last 24 hours, and look, there's that same picture, y'all. It became a brand for me, and I kept it for a long time. So you wind up seeing that, y'all. And examples of thumbnails for YouTube, y'all, is always put you in it because you want to brand yourself every step of the way. Brand yourself if you can do the capture page. If you're in the video or not, if it's just your voice with a picture, that works too. I did that for a long time as well. But just let these people connect with you every step of the way. Your follow-up email, have a picture of you and your son, or you and your wife, or your kids, or grandkids, whatever it is. Give these people someone to connect with, and that's what I did. And I wanted to show examples. Me and my girlfriend at the lake house with $2,000 coming in, another $2,000. Me and my son, I just pick him up from school and take him to the movie theater. And this is what this was. This is actually urinals in the background, so I took the background out because you can see it in the mirror what I was cutting up, y'all. And my confidence level, man, so much better than what I was before I started online business. I just can't imagine where my life would be if not without online business, y'all. And again, another day with us at the movie theater sitting here. So I got some artwork, $10,000 months. And the reason I put all this stuff in here, y'all, so people have the chance that they can use this to help build credibility for themselves. Don't ever lie and say you've made this money. Just say, hey, look, y'all, I'm going to show you this is the reason I'm in this business. Look at the kind of money can be made here, blah, 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 40,000 in 30 days, $2,000 commissions right here. Sometimes I put the dates up there. Sometimes I have my name up there. Try to keep the ones without my names on it because anybody can use them. Things of that nature. This is $6,000. And I'm real artistic, y'all. Exitus Elite 2023 would focus, action, and believe anything is possible. Little girl, her hugging that, you know. 2,000, 1,000, it just keeps on going. So I got a bunch of these things down here, right here. And a lot of this looks about like the scrolling images I had earlier, right? So, 3-generation bonus training, y'all. I've got over 50 videos that you're going to be getting. So not only are you getting all the training in Exitus Elite, in a 10-year-old business that I'm absolutely adore, 8 years later and still smiling from ear to ear. Obviously, how long this video has been right by itself, how much I really care and love this business. This is 50 videos right here with some very powerful ones right here talking about hang-ups, the problem with all marketers, how I edit videos and YouTube routines. And honestly, y'all, I don't really care about the numbers. It just seems like God's always let people connect with me, the right ones, and that's what it's about, right? So YouTube is free real estate. All I got to do is sit down and mash record and tell people what I think about a business that I love. And sooner or later, that's going to do it. You know, I do the work if the money's there or not, because at the beginning, y'all, and so many times I've taught people this as well. 3 weeks out of the month, you might not make any money, right? So how many people will actually still be making videos? A lot of y'all wouldn't. When you don't realize that when you got $1,000, $2,000 commissions, that fourth week could be $5,000, $7,000 or more. What would that do to your bank account now? You understand what I'm saying? Make it a routine, even if the money ain't there. Get good at it, get comfortable at it. Pick that one way to get out to people and master it. That's what you wind up doing, y'all. So here's some, I got all sorts of stuff in here, y'all. I'm not going to make this video any longer. All right, y'all. Let me see here. Go back and scroll one more time. Just a little bit more while I'm closing this. All right, y'all. Exitus Elite is the answer to $1,000, $2,000 days. I couldn't be happier than being in this company for the last 8 years. Got to realize this is only one pay source out of the G100, 250 to 500, 1,000, 2,000s. I'm only showing you the 1,000s right now. Get to pay immediately. Get to pick how I want to get paid. Always make 100% commissions. And it's only getting better and better. And the economy like it is, y'all, people are looking. I got gas pumps outside. I know what this looks like. So today, at this time, especially August, y'all, and let me tell you why August is such a hot time. Schools are going back in. The kids are going back to school. People got to have money for that. The holidays are right around the corner. The gas prices, electric bills are going up and things of that nature, y'all. So now is the perfect time. It don't slow back down until June of next year, to be honest, mid-June. And now's the time to get up here and catch that wave inside of online business, and it doesn't get better than Exitus Elite, y'all. So, with that being said, if you like to be part of our team, y'all, obviously there's nobody even has half the videos I've gotten inside this company. I'll put your first member in for you, getting you qualified, help you get qualified with the G1000, G2000, so that every person, every commission you put in is going to be yours. If you come at the highest levels, the lower levels come with it. So if you came G2000, the G1000, the 500, 250, and 100 all come with it. All the training, all the commissions, all the overrides itself, things of that nature, y'all. And listen, just go through right now. I had more pages I can show you. I got a lot of things I can show you. But if you click right now and go through and take a look at this, y'all, you're going to see my own capture page over here, and then you're going to go to a team sales page that I've created. And I actually show our 40-foot yacht, and then there's a presentation, a PowerPoint, where I talk all about the business, the owner, everything that you need to know, y'all, inside and out. So I highly suggest you go ahead and doing that right now and just get a real good view of what this business is all about, y'all. So that being said, I appreciate you watching, y'all. I appreciate you coming on this journey. My 8 years inside this business. Again, I've got so many videos. That's probably a 30-minute video back there right by itself, too. So that being said, y'all, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. If you want to reach out to me, my phone number is right there down below as well. And with that being said, I look forward to seeing you next video. And I definitely look forward to seeing you part of the team. Appreciate it.